Despite taking the Cherokan't off-road in episode 8, I am back at the shop fixing even more stuff on the Jeep because that's what happens when you have a Jeep. Stuff just breaks. It's fantastic. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to change a windshield washer pump on a 2000 Jeep Cherokee. This is the pump that allows the water to spray onto your windshield when you're trying to wash your windshield. And mine's gone out for the front windshield, so I'm going to show you how to replace this pump, which is right behind this tire here. The first thing I'm going to do is buzz off the lug nuts to this tire. It'll actually be easier to get inside here without the tire in the way. So I'm just going to remove it and get it completely out of the way, and it'll make it easier. Next thing to tackle would be the inside liner of the wheel well. And this is plastic, and some of them will be easy to pop right out. You can see there's a few pins that pop in, and then others are bolts. Mine actually kind of flaps around, doesn't really hold down bottom. But there is one more here I'm pointing to with the screwdriver. And once I get that out, should be able to pop down. There it is. These are normally just little plastic clips that just hold it into place. They can very easily be popped out. So this is where the pump will be under the car. You can see this is the inner wheel well that I've peeled back, and this is actually the pump right there. So this is going to be the piece you want to be removing. This line is the line to your washer reservoir. So once you remove this, if there's anything in the reservoir, it will start to drip. So just make sure that you have a bucket ready to catch all of this. And most of the time, this line will actually be black, not red. So once again, pay attention to the fluid that comes out here. Ultimately, this is the pump right here that goes to the front washer. And so that's what I'm gonna be removing. There's actually not bolts holding it in, so you should be able to just slide it out of the side. It is in there pretty good, but like I said, we should be able to pull it right out. Now what I'm gonna do next is remove the two plugs, electrical plugs that are on the bottom here. Now that you've seen it on camera, I'm gonna try to pull the pump out. Now, it's hard to get a camera in there while I'm doing that, but hopefully just wiggle it out here. So you can see I've pulled the pump completely down and it looks just like the new one. Kind of just slaps into place, and there's obviously tons of corrosion. Now I just need to make sure that I remember where these two electrical plugs go up here, and then I can put it on the new one. So what I was actually able to do was pull the pump completely out with the electrical, and there's just a plug there. So I'm going to match these side by side and make sure that I'm plugging on the black and the red connections correctly onto this new pump, because you don't want to swap those. So I'm going to swap those over to the new one, and hopefully it should go right in. With my luck, I'll be here for another hour. So there's also a rubber seal. It will be almost like a gasket, except it's more circular and goes on the inside and the outside of the tank. And that is something that you're going to want to put in first. You can see there's a little ridge in the middle of the seal there. That goes on the edge of the tank. So half goes in, half goes out. And then the pump itself would slide right into this part of the seal, and it provides for a nice and tight connection where something may not leak. So make sure that you have the new seal in place. It will probably not come off with the old pump. You'll probably need to pull it off with your fingers, but like I said, make sure there's a seal in there because you want it sealed. I'm actually putting on a new hose as well, because mine wasn't that good. Make sure to plug the electrical connection back in before you continue. And then the pump should slide right into place. Now it's important to note that the nozzle where the water or the windshield washer fluid comes out is actually facing down. So when you put it inside the car, it's going to be like this in the car, so in towards the car. And then this nozzle, like I said, will be facing down so that the hose can come down and out. It helps the pump to be down, and you don't want it flipped up, because then the hose will be ran the wrong way, and ultimately you won't get as good of a result as if it was installed like this. So make sure that the nozzle's down and then your electrical plugs are facing the same way. So you can see here, I've installed the electrical plug once again. Both wires are connected on there. I have a new hose connected to the actual nozzle there, and then the nozzle itself is facing down. You can see that as well. The pump is facing down and out, which is perfect. So you want to install it just like that. Now, if you're just swapping out the pump because maybe your pump is bad in your Jeep, then you're good to hook up the existing line. That line will go directly to your windshield washer sprayers, and ultimately that will be perfect and working condition because this line is already run to where it needs to go. I'm actually swapping the line to this clear, thinner line. That being said, I'm also hooking it up to a funny hood ornament. If you haven't checked that out, be sure to check more out about this 2000 Jeep Cherokee on the Burnout show because we have some hilarious things that we're doing to this car. And one of them involves hooking up the washer pump elsewhere and not actually spraying our windshield. So that's what I'm going to do now. That's going to be all for installing the pump itself. Hopefully this helped. It's actually an easy process if you're able to get inside this inner fender. Although it takes some time getting your hands in there, it's very easy to pop it in and out once you have the room and once you understand how the electrical plugs go and how the hose actually connects. But like I said, that's gonna be all for this video. Hopefully this helped. Be sure to like and subscribe. We have tons of videos like this coming out all the time, especially on this Jeep because it breaks down what it feels like daily. But check it out on our channel. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this helped and we'll see you next time.